Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Damaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Karisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to Lucha Day on the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain, in the middle of the mosh pit, it's a happy himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Joe? How's it going today?
I'm good, and thank you for what you did, Grandpa. And it's Lucha Day. Today we honor all of our loving, living, and passed on men and women that have donned the mask. The mystery behind the mask is just all we all want to know what they look like. But we don't want to know because it's such a day that we honor the awesome men behind the mask, men and women behind the mask. And we have two awesome guests with us today on Lucha Day. If it wasn't for this lady, we would never do this day. And, right, Geek?
Yeah.
And let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome back to our friend and yours and her husband, Karisma and...
Gavolin.
Karisma and her husband.
Gavolin. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Geek? How's it going?
Good, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming back, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having us on Lucha Day.
Lucha Day. It's Lucha Day. Yeah.
This is
Almost
what we
forgot
do.
Yeah, yeah, it's so exciting. You know, like there's like so many like famous luchadors from like all over the world that we've pretty much have encountered so far and are gonna be encountering this month on this lovely month of Lucha Month.
Yeah.
And today, okay, for you, Karisma, we didn't even know about this lovely day in Mexico. Like, I think it's beautiful that they honor the luchadors. Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, from our standpoint, every day is Lucha Day.
Every day.
we eat, sleep, breathe, and live Lucha.
Yeah, that's the fun part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And for like us, this month being Lucha Month, like we've encountered, right, Geek? Like people from Lucha we encountered from England. I wasn't here I'd missed that episode, but
and England, yeah.
From England, Lucha in England. Like,
jeez.
We have one later in the month from Finland coming on, a tag team.
Jeez.
Yeah, Finland.
Cool.
Finland Luchas.
Yeah. It's the internationally known home of Luchas right now.
Yeah, man. And it's
representing every country right now.
Represent.
Luchas also include people that are not wearing the mask because they do a lot of the high flying moves, like you, Karisma.
Yeah.
We got it's like
El Reverso. We had El Reverso.
El Reverso from
Canada.
He's from his Canadian luchas that are just high flying moves.
Yeah.
It's from all over. So, what would you two say were your top 5 favorite luchadors of all time?
Ooh. Well, my top one that hands down is Lady Apache.
Lady Apache, yeah.
She is a good friend and mentor and has been an instructor of ours for an extended period of time and love her to death. And so she's obviously my number one. What about you?
To me, it's always been Dr. Wagner Jr.
That legend.
He is a living legend, and he is really, really amazing in the ring. I remember as a kid, I always loved every time he started a promo. It was like,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Another one that sticks out to me that I have been able to connect with is Hijo del Santo. He came and did a show here for Pro Wrestling Revolution in San Jose back in 2019, and it was three days, right? 3 days after my dad had passed away. And I was ring announcing at that time, and I was ring announcing that show, and it was just, I was still at a point where I was having trouble holding it together, and he just gave me a pep talk that just was so heartfelt and spoke from, told me stories and spoke from his own experiences, and really gave me a big morale boost that day. And honestly, I think that conversation with him is what got me through that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe, what would you say? Yeah,
sorry.
Do you have anyone else?
I mean, honestly, I didn't know him when I was a kid. This is someone that has impacted me now that I'm actually becoming a wrestler, and that's Vaquero Fantasma, which is our former trainer, and I honestly respect so much his work rate, but also outside of the ring, he's a really, really nice person.
Such a nice guy.
And I see him more like a mentor than as a trainer, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You go first, Geek, because we let our guests do their count our top 5 favorite luchas. You go first, my friend.
I mean, I want to say some luchadors from some Lucha Underground count or
sure.
Yeah, because
I mean, careful, making controversy talking about Lucha
I know
Underground.
we're gonna start a debate here.
because don't forget Jeff Cobb actually wore the mask for a little while. So
I was gonna say I think it whether or not Lucha Underground qualifies would depend on who you're gonna say.
Yeah. Ricochet wore a mask too, don't forget. He was Prince
That's
Puma.
a true statement. Mm-hmm.
He was Prince Puma right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of my favorites, I would say, like Dragon Lee's probably another one. Is
oh my gosh.
favorite. Dragon Lee, yes. Dragon Lee. Mystico is another favorite luchador.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which Mystico? Because there's been like 3.
The one I believe. Oh man, now
he got you.
Got him.
There has been 3 Mysticos.
Oh yeah. The original Mystico, which was the second Sin Cara. The second Mystico, which became the original Sin Cara, and then he became Caristico. And then the third Mystico, which is Dragon Lee's brother. Who's now Realistico.
Yeah. I would say the original Mystico is probably my favorite, you know?
Okay. And actually, speaking of Dragon Lee, you've done seminars with him, haven't you?
Yes. It's brutal.
Yeah. Oh man, his work ethic.
It was very, very intense. It was basically like a good 2-3 hours almost.
Oh gosh, wasn't it like 4?
I don't even remember. I remember we did cardio, we did like Greco Roman drills, we did like actual almost like sparring on like actual like mat wrestling with him, and then we started doing some cool spots with him. But yeah, it was brutal.
I was so sad that I couldn't. That was I think it was right before I had the surgery on my shoulder. It was either right before or right after, and I couldn't participate in the seminar. And I was, oh man, I would have been the only girl too. Oh man, that would have been great. But he got a lot of benefit out of that.
And we have to include you guys as some of my favorite luchadors as well. So, so there you go.
I still remember when you sent us the video you made, that package video. Remember that back in the day?
Before the last show.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last one we did.
I think it was. Yeah. Then I think you had to take the music out because we were totally paranoid that we were going to get a copyright strike.
Yeah, because it had my walkout music on it. And,
I got scared. I was like, "Do you have it by chance without the music?" And then you found it, so I was like,
"Yeah,
thank you."
All right, Joe, your turn.
Oh man, I had some good ones in there.
I'm sure we know the first one.
Well, I'm sure we know the first one. I'm sure we know number one.
Grandpa, of course.
Okay.
Number 5 is, oh gosh, it's La Parka. The guitar, there's a bunch of La Parkas. I know there's multiple. The WCW La Parka has to be my fifth favorite.
LA Park. Yep.
Yeah, LA Park. Because as a kid, everybody I know called them my Caucasian friends all like, dude, the man with the skull match, La Parka, dude, playing the chair. And I'm like, yeah, that's La Parka. Say it right, not La Parka. La Parka. La Parka. And number 4 is Psychosis. The Psychosis WCW.
He's also a sweetheart.
Yes, aka Juice. The Juice.
Oh, the Juice.
Juice.
Number 3 would have to be. Uh-oh, I'm blanking. Oh, it's our past guest we just had on it that I missed. It is, oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name. The one we just had that I had to miss the episode.
El Jano
from England.
Ooh.
Yes, you have to look him up. He's good. He's a good lucha.
Okay.
Number, did I do 3? Yeah, I did.
That was 3.
Number 2, the one, the only, the man behind the mask, Mr. Rey Mysterio. Number 2. And number 1, if it wasn't for him, I would never be into professional wrestling. The one, the only, Joe Panther, the original Panther. If it wasn't for my grandfather, I would never have this heart of a lion that wanted to watch this business and check it out and experience and knowing that, wow, I had somebody in the business that did it for a little bit of time. But my grandmother, Guela, always says that she feels like that I have his spirit. That's why in the Spanish accent, she always says, I always feel like you have my husband's spirit. That's why you want to watch wrestling. And I tear up every time she says that. I'm like, if I got a chance to meet him, I would know. I probably would have heard all the stuff. He probably would have sat me down and told me everything, even the bad stuff. That's what's yeah. My dad. I have my dad for that now. He tells me all the funny stuff.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, wrestling has that.
Yeah, and we can't forget honorable mentions. Otherwise, they'll probably beat us up.
Yes,
we'll have Penta and Phoenix. Obviously, is another one. So,
two very talented young men.
Yes, definitely. Right.
I don't know if they beat me up. They're like, "Oh, your grandfather was lucha before all of us." No, we're not gonna beat up Joe. Geek. What the hell, Joe? I don't know you. I'm gonna go for a taco over there. Get a margarita.
I'm gonna go get a taco.
Go stand over there. Jeez, and it's $1?
Oh dear.
It is Tuesday. Gotta go.
Tuesday. Yeah.
He's like, see how mean he is? They're all luchas are just cornering Geek like a zombie. I forgot I don't know how to fight.
Well, let's see. We've had a lot of exciting. We've had an exciting summer. We've done a lot of ish since the last time we came on this show.
Yeah.
You more than I did, but yeah.
Well, I've branched out a little bit. I will, that's for sure. But it's been a busy summer. Pro Wrestling Revolution, we've had there have been weekends in July and August where we've had 3 shows in a row. You know, we're doing like Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
Wow.
And we're like, it's not just wrestling. Like we're putting everything together too. Like we are the ring crew. You know, we set up the locker room. We set, you know, when we have the big shows, we put up the lights, set up chairs. You know, those are some long days, but it's, you know, it's a lot of fun. I mean, they really, like, we are around them, I would say, more than I see them more than I see my own mother.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would say the same for you, except that we live with yours.
And still, I've seen them more than I see my
Actually, that's probably true.
She lives with me.
She lives with us. But yeah, we've had a busy summer doing shows around the Bay Area, San Jose, San Francisco, Modesto. We did not do a Visalia this year.
No, we didn't.
We did
not. Santa Rosa.
We did Santa Rosa.
We were supposed to do King City.
Mm-hmm. We've had some of our guys have gone and done stuff down in Los Angeles. Me personally, I have not yet.
I mean, you did stuff in Alameda and Yuba City.
Yuba City, gosh, that's far. That's like 3 hours away. But still had fun. You know, those are where you make really good connections and memories, is when you do those road trips and carpool with everyone and you know, go on the road together. That's, you know, the laughs that you have and the conversations that that get had on those car rides are memorable. We'll say that. Memorable. It's a good word, right?
I tell Joe that, man. I mean, even as a podcaster, you can make connections with just by going to a wrestling show. Say, hand out stickers or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling Joe that it's like it's marketing right there. You pay your little admission.
I've been trying to go to shows. I went to one the day after my birthday in April, and it's like I hadn't been to a show since last July, but it was with Geek, and it was so like crazy to be there live to see the action and have people we had on the podcast go up to the table as they're setting up the table, and I go, "Hey, blah blah blah," and they're like, "Oh my god, Joe, what's up? You got legs?" I'm like, "I got legs," and you could see my legs. The girl was like, "Only you, Joe. I'm not." The girl, it was the female wrestler. She's like, "No, Joe, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet." No, she didn't have her hair done or anything yet, and she's just in a sweatshirt and pants, and I'm just like, "Girl, I have a lot of female friends, so I'm used to seeing girls in their sweatpants and their hair all done." They're like, "How many girlfriends do you have, Joe?" And I'm like, "Do we have time? Do we have time?"
Oh no!
In the wrestling world, Joe has a lot of female friends now.
There you go.
I think I have more female friends than male friends in the wrestling community. Can male wrestling friends, can you be my friend and not try to beat me up when you see me?
Right?
Sure.
Hey, I have a new friend, Geek.
Gavolon's our friend. There you go.
Gavolon's my friend. Hey, I wonder if anybody can make a mask that looks like looks like it has glasses on it, to make it all black and just put glasses on it.
I'm sure that's doable.
Oh, I'm sure it's possible. Everything is possible.
They can do anything with masks these days. Wait,
yeah.
I say that, but there was a masked wrestler in WCW that had like a black mask, and he wore like Avalon's eyes on his mask, but it was all like, it would look like silver glasses. I forgot his name.
Ooh.
I can't think of his name, but he had like a black mask, and it looked like silver glasses on the mask. So it was all black, like my hat, and around the eyes had like, it looked like Ray-Ban silver glasses.
Ray-Bans.
But he was a WCW luchador.
Okay.
Cruiserweight. Yeah.
Cruiserweight. Okay.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. Watch later on and be like, "That is his name."
I was gonna say we'll have to go watch.
Probably.
Yeah, because that's probably gonna bother us too.
I mean,
I hate that. I'm
here's
like,
a funny story about what you can do with masks. was it 3 weeks ago that we did Modesto?
Yes.
They have like their mascot.
This
Wally,
is a good story.
And it's what's that, walnut?
He's a walnut. He is Wally the walnut.
So
because their team is the Modesto Nuts.
For the Lucha Night, we were featured to do a show and do some appearances. And we were even gonna do like the first pitch and everything in their baseball game.
Let's see if I can find a picture of this.
For our show, our main event was your girl Karisma with Wally and Ultimo Panda versus Papo Esco, Moondog, and Genesis.
Yeah.
And in order for that to work, we made Wally his own mask. It's a giant mask to fit the big ass head.
Yes. Oh man.
It was awesome.
I don't have a picture of the mask itself, but I have a picture of the mascot. And he's just no, I don't have a picture. Gosh darn it. I wish I had one with the mask. But this, let me see if I put this up to the camera here. No, my legs
I
can get
see
in
it.
the way.
I see it a little bit. Yeah.
There we go. So they literally made a mask. Like our gear maker, his name is Grand Canoe, and he makes just, I mean, he's,
you see it.
Yes, he does amazing work. But the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to, my light is not going to work now. The fact that he was able to make a mask for this ginormous, I mean, I think this thing had to be, I think I remember one of the measurements, like the circumference all the way around was like 49 inches? No, we did it in centimeters. I don't know, maybe, no, 96 centimeters.
Shit.
It was huge, but it worked, and it was made out of like stretchy material, and they put it on the walnut head, and oh man, it was just, I mean, and the crowd went cuckoo bananas for it. Like they just, ate it up.
We were trying to figure it out if that was actually like a world record of the biggest mask ever made.
Yeah, we never figured that out.
We
huh?
never figured it out.
We never looked. Huh? We'll have to follow up on that.
Yeah.
They need to get what's that website that everybody gets all the achievements for if they've done this or done that amount of times. What is it? Oh my gosh. They have that
like the Guinness World Records or something?
Yes. It's like the
Yes.
biggest lucha mask in history.
Somebody needs to call the Guinness Book of World Records right now
Yes,
and be like,
yes.
What's the biggest lucha mask they've
What
ever
is the
had in
biggest
history?
lucha mask?
That could have been. That could be a Guinness World
It
Record.
might be. We never figured it out, did we?
See, they're missing out.
I know.
Guinness Book of
No.
World Records. You guys got to get on that, man.
Are you
Come on.
watching
Yeah,
this podcast? Well, probably sleeping because they
There
have
we
to.
go.
It can't be sleeping. They're always looking for something to give an award to. So they
I
can't
know, and they probably have different like spots all around the world. Because I mean, they record records from all over the world. So
Dudes at Ringside should get most creative podcast. There you go.
We need to get the longest podcast because don't you remember last year we did one for like 2 hours and something minutes?
Yeah. Almost 3 hours.
actually, I think the first one that we did was almost that long.
I think,
Yeah.
right, Nikki?
It was close to
Yeah.
It was pretty long.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and like 12 minutes. I
And
think,
it was
a little
like
later.
11 o'clock at night, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
was
you were
11 o'clock.
trying.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it was
'cause-
after. It was like right after Monday Night Raw,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and I remember you didn't join me for that one, but they kicked him out of the room for 2.5 hours. Oh, that's right. It was the whole time that you were training
And I
the
still came
beginner
back and you were
class.
still
Yes, and I was
doing
still
it.
doing it when you got home.
He came in, you're like, hey guys, we're like, hey.
I was still
Hey,
here.
if I could go back and find how long that episode
You know what's
was.
funny? The top of his mask kind of look if it had the fur on the bottom, it kind of looks like a tiger mask a little bit.
So he's got like little feathers.
That
back
is
here.
cool. That's really creative with the tails on the back.
Mm-hmm. What do you call it? No, not talons. Talons are the claws.
Go back and find
Tails?
how long.
Plumas.
They're feathers. Yeah, they're plumas.
Plumas. See,
Plumas. Feathers.
See, did you see how I put in the chat? I put the numbers, and then next to it I put it in Spanish.
Nice.
When I revealed it, I was like, and I wrote, "I'm practicing."
I'm practicing.
Because
I know.
there was a female wrestler that actually messaged us, and she wrote in Spanish, "I'll do it," and then I'm like,
2 hours 13 minutes.
2 hours
Nice.
and 14 minutes, and I was like, "Yay!" And I thought, speaking in Spanish, we're gonna be. Geek said this earlier before when we were on doing our pre-podcast talk, and I said, he's like, we should have Karisma on the screen if we have a problem with person not speaking not understanding them, and she could be like our interpreter in the corner,
translator. Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
she speaks.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I remember when you said you had to learn Spanish really fast. I was like, yay.
Yeah. So I mean, I grew up learning Spanish, but it's like, when you do, you get through like high school Spanish and you learn, maybe enough to get by, like, ask where the bathroom is and learn how to order food and stuff like that. But when we decided that we were going to get married, I mean, I had to. His mother doesn't speak any English,
has no intention of learning,
and has absolutely no desire to learn. She's like, well, you learned Spanish, so I'm fine now. That's why should I bother?
Yeah.
And most of his family is back in Mexico, so there will come a day when we go back and visit them, and that Spanish is going to come in very handy for me.
Yeah. So have you two ever thought of coming to the East Coast and doing shows?
Oh, I would love to branch out and travel more and do shows. I've, honestly, right now I've just been traveling kind of more around the Bay Area. You've never even been to the East Coast, have you?
No. I think that the farthest I've been has been to Ohio.
That's true.
And that was not the most fun trip ever.
Sorry.
We've been actually been talking about just actually go over and just on vacation.
We've talked about New York. We've talked about Florida. I have family in New Hampshire. Boston maybe would be fun. I hear Boston's a really nice city. Philly.
Yeah. And I mean, if there's opportunity to, get vacation time and get some in-ring experience somewhere else, it'll be awesome.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I am putting it out there though right now that this is just a hint right now. When it's nothing's official, WrestleMania is actually in LA next year.
Yes, it is.
Joe, you know where I'm going with this.
I know, Geekums. You're like, your hands are. I can see him going like this. I got it.
Come on out to our neck of the woods.
Oh God, if we can manage to take a trip, I'm doing the arm rub. If I can manage to do that trip to LA, we're definitely hitting you guys up.
Yeah.
Hey, we can do maybe the part 3, and we can actually do it in person.
Yes.
And we'll be able to do the chop thing. You'll be able to chop me for real.
Chop challenge, yeah.
Oh jeez, man. When do you start it?
He'll go to do it, and then he'll be like, no. And then
Let's point out that we said we were going to be friends, and we're not going to beat him up. And the first thing he said about meeting us is that we can chop him.
Is that we can beat you up.
What's the thing with the chopping that I was watching the video? Somebody was chopping. Someone was doing chop.
It's basically welcome to the Lucha Club. Whack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, are you talking about the stuff that you've seen probably on my Instagram where we did like a chop circle?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. When we were doing a show for the San Jose Earthquakes, which is a major league soccer team. And to promote it, we did all these fun little gimmick stories, on TikTok, and did TikTok challenges and stuff. And we did a chop circle. And so we just got everybody, the entire class of us, and we just went around and went in a circle, boom. And then,
Or
See,
how could
see what I did there?
You gotta send you just that clip, and then you could put like R.I.P. that boom, that the Grand Theft Auto.
No, Joe. That when Joe saw that for the first time, he sent that to me and say, "Geek, look what is waiting for us, if we ever come to California."
Yes.
It's waiting.
And you know what though? I mean, LA is going to be WrestleMania is going to be out here in LA, but LA is going to be that week is going to be insane.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not just going to be WWE. There's
Nope.
going to be all kinds
All the
of
indie
stuff
promotions.
happening.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
All
It's
the
gonna
indie
be
promotions.
like this.
It's
money.
literally
It's money day.
it's going to be an indie wrestling haven down there. I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Right.
Especially because like in past years, they couldn't really do like the WrestleMania week that everybody wants to do.
Mhm.
The pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very, very close circles.
It's been
Mhm.
limited.
Now that
Very.
now that everything's gonna be open, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
why.
try my best.
That's why I haven't been really going to WrestleMania, and not only that's been so expensive for the past couple of years, and I'm like, LA is just gonna be like just madness how expensive it's gonna be.
Oh yeah. I mean, on top of the fact that it's already Los Angeles, it's already
Yeah.
madness over there.
Yeah.
It's just I went to WrestleMania when it was here in the Bay Area back in 2015.
Yeah.
And that was an experience in itself. But I remember I sat in like the third tier of Levi's Stadium, like up at like by the Pepsi side. And we still paid like over $100 for those seats. I think like 150 or 175 bucks for those seats each. But and so it's like, you look down and you see, they're just these little wrestlers, like little mini wrestlers down there in front of you. I know.
Joe, how
And
much?
you feel silly for watching the Jumbotron because you're like, well, they're right there in front of me, but
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like you want to
They're,
pretend
they're right there in front. They're right there in front of you, but they're really not there in front
you
of
want
you
to do
because
the
Right.
tacos around
they're
back,
like-
and you can do like I'm killing ants. But
like
you're like, no, Seth Rollins, you're not cashing in the Money in the Bank. Too
No.
late, destroyed.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No.
Actually, you
That'll
can
be
see
funny.
her on TV on the Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, you got on TV?
That's true. So
You can see her in the audience.
my parents and I went to the Monday Night Raw the night after WrestleMania was here in Santa Clara, and we got my parents. I got my parents into wrestling, and my dad that was something that was just a family thing. Anytime they came to town, and we sat right on the guardrails where they walk out on the entrance, and you can see particularly in like the part where Brock Lesnar comes in and just rips everything to hell. And who was it? Was it Michael Cole that he gave an F5 to, or was it Byron Saxton? Or and it was hilarious. His shoe fell off and everything. And Stephanie McMahon comes out to suspend him and all that stuff, and she's standing right there next to where I am sitting.
Wow.
So that whole time that she's like dishing out his suspension and stuff, I'm right there, and I'm like, my facial expressions are just, that was before I really like started wrestling, before I saw the other side of the curtain. So I was definitely still like mega fan at that point.
You're just a super fan.
Super fan. Well, that was pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
All right. We talked now about like your favorite luchadors. What's your favorite luchador matches? You say, you guys?
Oh, matches.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I think one of the most obvious is Ray and Eddie.
Yep.
Any of them.
Any of them. That's true.
There's been too many of them.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc and WrestleMania and SummerSlam, whatever you put them on, they're just amazing. There was one in Triple Mania a couple years back, which was Dr. Wagner Jr. versus El Mesías,
Yes.
which you guys might know as Mil Muertes, for the AAA Mega Championship. That was like, I think that was the last time that like the Mega Championship actually felt like it was like a world title. That much was really cool.
Yeah.
Joe?
Oh gosh, I'm not great at remembering specific matches. I don't know what probably the concussion that I've had. But the main event that we watched of Triple Mania, what was it, 2020, I think it was, and it was Parkas and Psycho was in there.
The Psycho Secrets versus Parka.
Yes,
Demon.
yes, that was fun to watch. That was cuckoo bananas. That was fun to watch, and we were like divided, and we were making these little videos that we were going to send to the broadcast. Wasn't it the broadcast guys that they were going to get sent to? And so I'm sitting there I'm like, LA Park, and he's sitting there wearing a Psycho Clown shirt, and like, wait a minute, this isn't how this is supposed to go. House divided over here.
Oh, gee.
But yeah, that was fun to watch. That was really fun to watch.
There's one of those Psycho Clowns in England. He actually has a stable called the Carnival of Pain.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
Yeah. He wears like the crazy clown mask, but it's like a half clown mask and the yellow hair and everything with the red nose.
Oh,
Do you have a picture of it, Joe?
Yes, I
that's
do.
scary. Yeah, let's see. Oh
God.
He has a partner, and that's his partner that's holding him upside down.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
That's actually cool.
I love Psycho Clown's mask.
Our friend I know you're.
Joe, you didn't go yet, Joe.
Did you go before me, Geekums? You didn't.
No, I was waiting for you to go first.
Well, my all-time favorite match, he already said it, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie, but of course you have to say the Rey Mysterios versus like the Juven two Guerreros.
Ooh.
And those matches always brought down the house. Rey Mysterio versus Jericho, stuff like that. Even though he's not a luchador, Rey Mysterio versus Dean Malenko, matches like that. That's like because I'm 39.
Hoovy.
Yeah, him versus Hoovy. They had like, I could now see as a 39-year-old like putting stuff together on WWE why WCW always would lead off with a cruiserweight match. It always made the crowd go absolutely, as Karisma says, her phrase now, what is it?
Cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo bananas. That has to be. You have to get like a clip of Karisma saying that, and every time something go crazy, cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo bananas. Yes, that's my phrase.
That's from Ohio stuff right there.
That's not from Ohio. I don't know where that's from, honestly. It's just
sounds like a Chicago phrase.
Yeah,
I could see that. All right, Geek, your turn.
All right, so like I said, I gotta know if this is Lucha approved right now. This match, it's from New Japan. Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee, probably one of my all-time favorite. Not just matches, feuds right there.
I mean, that could qualify.
Because
yes and no.
Yes and no, because Hiromu was Kamatachi in Mexico.
Yes, I mean
under the mask.
Guys,
so he
like finished their training in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like Okada did it, Naito did it, Nakamura did it.
Yeah.
Name them all.
So it's not considered Lucha. It's not Lucha approved, right?
I mean, yes, it is.
It's Lucha approved.
Yeah.
We'll approve it. We'll allow it.
Yeah.
We'll allow it. All right. Yeah.
We'll give you that one.
Get the check mark with the Lucha mask next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything Dragon Lee. It's probably my favorite match right there. Anything like with him and Will Ospreay from New Japan, that match is great. You know,
Dragon Lee and his brother right now are our new tag team champions.
Oh wow!
They are Pro Wrestling Revolution tag team champions right now, as of July 30th.
They just won the Crash tag team titles as well.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
I did see that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys ever like suggested see if you guys can do your shows on Twitch?
We used to.
Oh.
Our shows used to be aired on Twitch, and I'm not completely sure why they stopped. Now our shows are
like a replay.
Now they're on Fight TV.
Right.
Okay, now I know why. I can see why now.
Yeah.
I think it was just a really big problem with like internet connection as far as like transmitting it live.
Oh yeah, the broadcasting was difficult.
I think it makes it better. Like it makes it for a better product if you see like the clean product with like the voiceovers, commentators, and everything.
That's another one too. Is that when they're on Fight, you have the Spanish commentators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ever looking for guest commentators for a show or a match, your dudes are available to do.
Well, that would mean that you would have to come out to California and do live commentary.
Oh, yes, it's live.
If you heard how me and Geek bantered during the podcast, you have not lived to hear Joe and Geek do like Mean Gene and like freaking no, what's his name? Jesse the Body and Bobby the Brain Heenan. No, Gorilla Monsoon.
Or Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross type.
Oh my gosh,
There
we did a guest commentary for a YouTube wrestling channel, and it was like JR and the King in the Attitude Era. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Like two girls over a boy in the lunchroom. We were like, "Did you say that? You need my glasses more than I do."
No, it's like I didn't see nothing or what happened right now.
First thing I hit by a chair, and he's like, "I didn't see nothing." I'm like, "You need these more than I do, Geek."
Oh boy.
The guy that did it, he's like, oh my, he laughed. He's like, I laughed so hard. You two are great.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we were fighting that day before it. So it was kind of like,
hey, I mean, you got out your frustration.
There you go.
Don't let the Panther let the guns out, because the Panther will launch on him. And
yeah.
I mean, a little, but I'm like about 5'1".
Joe, who's got bigger guns here? Let's see.
I think you right now, because you probably hit the gym every day.
You embarrass me right now.
Why? I will?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I that's something that I've been really trying to that I've been really
Oh yeah, he got the biggest guns in the world.
Hey, look at that. I've really been trying to get my, not just cardio, but when doing lucha libre takes strength. Doing the high flying moves, you have to. It's not all about the base. Like, I have to be able to support myself too, and I have to be able to do my part as far as a base fly relationship. And so I've been working on building some strength so that I can hold my own. I don't know if I've gotten to the point where I'm going to be basing anyone quite yet, but you never know.
Yeah, because you also have to be able to do that flip. Like I always see it during like the trainings they show on YouTube. There's like a standing flip, like you're standing up and you drop your arm and you flip on your back and you flip over. That's one of the basic things that I saw that in.
No, it's a back. You go back this way, right? A bump,
the back
like
one, and then you're standing straight up like this, and you
flip.
And you flip over like. I've seen that's like one of the first things besides falling backwards on your back. The other one is the flip backwards on. You said it like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one would mess me up the most when you have to fall backwards. The first when you fall back. Just do that.
It's tough, and
when you do it the first time, it really hurts, and that's why a lot of people they go through like 1 week of training and then they quit because the first week is rough. Like
God, the first year is rough.
You're literally throwing yourself to wood.
Yeah.
There is some protection, but it's minimum. And you're gonna get bruises. You're gonna get a sore back. it's a never-ending thing.
Mhm.
Like if you enter the wrestling industry, lucha libre, whatever you want to call it, you need to live with the idea that you are gonna live with a sore body.
Yep.
Every
Do you ha-
day, every time, something's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that if you have any advice for any new wrestlers that want to start. You know, that was
Oh.
yeah.
Well, honestly, it's just like stick with it
Mhm.
because for some people it comes like easier, like learning the moves, doing it. Some people are naturals, and some people it takes a little more training, a little more, and the only thing you need to do is not to give up
Mhm.
because you might get hurt and it's gonna be hard. But the question is how much you want it.
Yep.
If you want it hard enough, then it's not gonna hurt as much.
Your mind has to be stronger than the pain.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that are want to train to become a professional wrestler, so that's why I asked that question. You know, there's a lot
Yeah.
of people I know, so not that Geek's gonna do it. Geek's too old.
I'm 31.
Hey, we have people who train and wrestle for us that are in their 40s.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And who wrestle like on a regular basis.
See, if you
Because I know some train. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I cut you off.
If you actually look at like actual Mexican wrestling, you are gonna see a lot of the luchadors. They're like under 50s, and they are
60s.
still wrestling. Because one of the main things that you get teach is number one, you have to protect yourself,
Mhm.
and number two, they're always gonna teach you what's the safest way to do this, to do that.
It's going to preserve your body.
Yeah, at the end of the day, our bodies are what we work with,
Mhm.
and if you're hurt, you can work. So you gotta take care of your body in and outside of the ring.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most importantly, take care of your opponent and take care of yourself because
Oh yeah,
you gotta. If you don't, you're gonna end up doing the move wrong and ending up landing on your neck or like even worse.
Hurting somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, about to finish that off by that. Like you could think you're gonna be doing the Hurricanrana right, and you launch the guy to the rope and they hit their neck and they're crippled forever. Like
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
stories I've heard. Like unsafe practices with moves. Like no.
Yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, sometimes there are just, accidents happen and there are things that, just happen that can't be avoided. But, for the most part, how safe you are and that's pretty much under yours and your opponent's control. That's so, there's got to be a lot of trust there. Like we've always called Pro Wrestling Revolution is someone's coming to join us. You coming to say hi?
Kitty.
Okay, come here, you.
Kid.
You come say hi.
The kitty.
this is her giant baby.
This one was a lot smaller the last time we were on here.
Oh yeah, she was.
This one was a little kitten. This is Luffy.
How old is Lucy now?
Luffy.
How old is Lucy?
What is your show? One Piece.
Okay.
The anime. Luffy is a year and a couple of months, and he's like 14 pounds. He's a ginormous cat.
Oh my gosh! Cat jumps on me.
huge.
It's be like, crippled Joe, help my leg.
Oh, he and Daisy, our other one, it's almost like I'm Daisy. She's petite and she's quaint, and Luffy just beats the living hell out of her. And that's more
Luffy's
like,
my guy.
yep. That's for sure.
Weren't they hissing at each other last time at the last episode you were with us, Karisma?
That's entirely possible.
I think I heard you're like, stop hissing at each other.
Yeah, they get mad at each other. Well, no, Daisy gets mad at Luffy because Luffy, now that he's bigger than her, he just beats the living daylights out of her. Like literally he can just sit on top of her and she can't do anything.
To be fair, when he was a little kid and he first got in the house, Daisy never liked him.
That's true.
So she used to literally like sit on top of him and not do anything. And you have this poor little kid.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I told Daisy, like, you do know he's gonna grow up and you're gonna pay for that.
He said exactly
because
that.
He's gonna remember it.
He said someday he's gonna get bigger than you. And
he's gonna beat you up.
Sure enough, he's double her size. She's only 7 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, okay.
Animals.
when Luffy came and so rudely interrupted. No, I mean, Pro Wrestling Revolution, we've always called each other a big family. And that's because the big part of that is because not only of how much we're around each other, but how much we have to put our trust in one another, because we are each other's training partners. And, you know, I trust my body with, I trust my bases with my body, and they trust themselves with me. They trust me to take care of them and protect them, and vice versa. And that takes a special relationship for, you know, I mean, and it's hard. Sometimes it's, you know, the mental piece of being able to just kind of throw caution to the wind and be like, okay, I'm jumping off the ropes and I hope you catch me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You know, that it's just the trust has to be there. So
Yep.
that's a big part of what we do. We got to
Yep.
take care of each other.
100%.
And he has taught me, this one has taught me a lot. I just, you know, I what do you mean no? I mean, yeah, I'm being nice, but you know, it's true.
Relationship goals.
Yeah, hashtag relationship goals.
Hashtag
no, but I mean,
about this. that's literally, when you
that is a
post
hashtag.
the episode, there is literally on Instagram. There's a
TikTok too,
and TikTok hashtag dudes at ringside podcast.
Jeez, I mean, I believe it.
And hashtag Joe Panther, actually hashtag Jose Quinones the Panther. I made that hashtag.
Ooh.
Yes, my grandpa has a hashtag.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh man, but yeah, we just I owe a lot to my trainers and, you know, the other guys and now girls. There's another gal in there with me now finally. You know, that have trained me and that I've been training with. And one of my biggest accomplishments and my biggest my like top moments in my career right now is I just recently had a one-on-one match with Lady Apache.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, and like I said, she is a mentor of mine, and she has trained us before, you know, both in, you know, trainings and in a group, and she's worked with me individually. And, you know, I took her out to, you know, my shoot job at Google, and, you know, we went and took pictures in front of the Android figures. You know, she's a mentor and a close friend, and I love her to pieces. And the fact that I was able to have a one-on-one match with her just was a major highlight. And I just feel so privileged, and she's taught me so much. And the fact that I was able to get in the ring with her and show her how much she has taught me and put to use the things that she's taught me was just incredible opportunity. And it's something I'll never forget.
Yeah. Every time you talk about Lady Apache, in my head, I'm just like, man, I wish Karisma can come with her on an interview and do a show with us, because she sounds like she probably would have like so many stories.
Oh man, oh gosh, she has so many stories.
Tons of stories.
Oh, she's been,
I was just to learn
she's
Spanish.
been in the lucha libre world for decades. My gosh,
That's
I mean,
insane,
Almost
Charisma.
her
Oh my
whole life.
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she does have lots of stories and lots of experience and a very wide range of experience. But the only, I love her to death. The only English she knows is the terrible things that we teach her when she comes
Oh
here to
God.
Oh,
California.
so she'd be dropping the F bomb and the S bomb and the
Oh, yeah.
We
I
curse on the
mean,
podcast. Like that's not a problem, but like maybe she'd be upset 'cause she has to curse. She's Lady
she,
Plasky.
I mean, and that's just one of the great things, about our relationship and our friendship is that, she gets just as much of a kick out of it as we do.
Yeah.
We'll tell her we
But
say hi and we send our love.
definitely. I'm hoping that, God willing, I'm hoping that there might be an opportunity for me to see her again soon.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any upcoming shows or?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. We have our big show on October 22nd here in San Jose. We're gonna have Rush, and
Wow.
we're gonna have Bandito.
Rush,
Bandito? Wow.
Bandito, yeah.
We're gonna have
Bandito?
Ultimo Dragon.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really
Jacob Fatu.
yeah.
Oh wow, Jacob Fatu?
Damn,
That's
man.
that's another highlight of my
Oh,
career. I would say.
Wait, can I tell the story?
You can tell the story. Yes,
So-
he witnessed this, so he can tell the story. But try to kind of keep kayfabe.
Okay, so she had a show in
No,
Alameda,
maybe not.
and I went as the audience to go with her, and
Like the wonderful, supportive husband that he is.
so main event is a 6-man tag, and it's for two and
So,
two of his
Samoan Dynasty.
against JTG and two of the guys from the company. And they beat the living hell out of each other around the whole arena.
Mhm.
It was chaos, it was chairs thrown, it was cool, yes.
TK Fatu was out there with them.
Yeah. So the match ends, of course, Fatu and Samoan Dynasty wins, and they keep beating up their opponents. So, of course, everybody in the locker room comes out, try to separate them. And out of nowhere, Fatu throws Karisma outside the ring. And
Granted, I probably had no business coming out there and try to break up a brawl of these, big behemoth men.
And then next thing you see is Fatu giving Karisma a pop-up Samoan drop.
Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
It was, I don't know if horrifying will describe it.
No, it was horrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
It was intense. I remember seeing, I don't know that I saw the look on your face, but our promoter and owner of Pro Wrestling Revolution, Gabriel Ramirez, he and his daughter and wife came to see the show as well. And I remember seeing the look on his daughter's face and just sheer terror.
Yeah.
I mean, she was genuinely worried for my life. And you could see that on her face. And and they had to carry me to the back, and I was definitely stunned for a hot minute there, but
You do have a 250 plus pound Samoan
landing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do, I respect the hell out of Jacob Fatu and that whole family. They just, that whole family is such a huge part of wrestling, present and past. and from what we've been seeing lately on WWE, apparently future too. But yeah, that was quite an experience.
Yeah.
That was quite an experience. But Jacob Fatu is, he's a swell dude, and he took, breaking kayfabe, he took good care of me, and so we're excited to have him on that show, October 22nd. Like you said, Roosh, Bandito, Ultimo Dragon.
Another one the name that I didn't mention in my top 5, name that wasn't on the countdown, but definitely be Ultimo.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, he's he really is. We haven't actually.
Dragon.
Have you?
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, NYWC.
I think I was with you that day.
Were you with me, or?
I think I remember meeting Ultimo Dragon. I remember
meeting. It was a show with Spike Dudley as well. It was on the card too.
I met him.
Yeah.
That's quite a range. Yeah, that's quite a combination.
Yeah,
that's a broad spectrum.
Imagine that match. Oh my God, that would have been an amazing match in the 90s.
Yeah. We haven't actually had the opportunity yet to learn in the ring from him, but he has come and given us multiple talks, and oh man, you want to talk stories too. He's just, he's been all over the world. He's done everything. And then we have Ray Horace is going to be on there. Ray Horace is going to be on there. Trying to think. The Border Patrol is there. Vinny Massaro. Someone that is up and coming, apparently, that I've been starting to hear a lot more about is a luchador named Gravity.
Gravity.
Oh, yes. That's Bandito's little brother.
Wow.
And apparently he's up and coming. One of our close friends that we train with, and just one of my best friends, El Viento. He did a tournament not too long ago and had a match against Gravity, and just apparently, he's very talented. Yeah. Very talented. I'm excited to meet him in person and talk to him. He's going to be on our show. Papalesco, yours truly, Karisma.
Yeah.
Excited to have another singles match against another female. I'm finally starting to actually have matches with other females as opposed to just these big brutes here.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. Yes. So my opponent for this show is her name is Nicole Malice. She's up and coming as well, and she actually, the match that I had back in February, the series of matches with Christina Von Eerie, who also just sweetheart. She's also, actually, I would say that would be Lucha.
Yeah, that's the one you wrestled that was like a rocker.
Yeah, she's like punk rock. Yeah,
we were supposed to have her on the podcast, but like I guess our schedules didn't meet. But
she's a busy girl. Yeah. So yeah, she's done AAA,
TNA / Impact.
Yeah. The matches that I had with her earlier this year, Nicole was referee at the time, and after the match, she just I don't know what it was. She lost her ish, and she beat the hell out of me after the bell. So now we're taking out the element of surprise, and she and I are going one-on-one. She'll, make her non-referee in-ring debut with me, and let's see if she can actually fight without a sneak attack this time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Well, my final question is for Gavilon. What's the inspiration behind the mask that you're wearing?
Ooh, good one.
Well, a gavilin is a bird very similar to a hawk.
Mhm.
So what you can see in the mask is actually the
That's
shape
pretty cool. That
of
mask,
the
you know.
hawk, and it's the wing
There's
going
the wing
out
up here, yeah.
on both sides.
So it's like
That is
the hawk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
cool.
on my gear
And
you
the
see the
feathers.
shape of the actual bird, and on the back you see the wings.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool, though.
Yeah.
That's a cool
It's a
mask.
really cool.
His whole outfit that I remember seeing it like on his Instagram, it was like, that's fire. Like as I say again, you know both of you guys would be super popular on the East Coast wrestling scene because just Charisma's outfit. Because remember, wrestling fans are nerds too. As soon as they see Charisma coming in looking like Sailor Moon, they're gonna be like, "Dude, who is this?"
Yeah.
Like the Kevin Hart meme. Who this? What is this?
Yeah.
What is
No, I mean, no, we would love to get out there.
Gavilon
It's
coming
just-
in looking like an awesome Phoenix coming in like the Phoenix Rising.
Remember,
looking at
remember
outfit.
Joe. Remember, we gotta come to LA too.
Yeah.
We'll make a trade. You guys could come to there, and then we'll bring you to Lucharitos in Long Island.
Lucharitos.
Okay.
I love that.
And you could bring one of your extra masks and give them a mask and see if they'll put it on the wall.
Ooh,
That would be
really cool.
Because they have Rey Mysterio mask, and they also have what's his name from the movie? What's it called? Oh my god,
The Nacho Libre.
we have Nacho Libre mask in the rafters. I'm like,
You do have a spare mask,
Really?
don't you?
Because
you have.
if I don't sell them on our next show, yes, I do. Need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
they probably sell out because your mask is cool. So I would be like,
Yeah, that mask is cool.
I mean, I'm trying to like vary our colors, and like I'm a big comic book fan, and like so now I try to like make my gears and the colors of like
Spider-Man.
the superhero colors and
Joe hates
villains. Why not?
Spider-Man.
I don't hate Spider-Man. I think you get so he gets everybody get mad at me. I don't hate Spider-Man. I just think I don't know. He can't he's a young kid. He got bit by a spider. Yeah, okay. But your mask today.
Yeah, that's cool.
Green Lantern, man. Green Lantern's got ADD. He uses his brain.
I don't know. See, we can get into this debate of which superhero, and we can.
That might be for the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, episode 5.
Geek's like the Paul Heyman right now.
Yeah.
He's like turning heel, turning everybody on Joe right now.
It never fails, Geek. It always happens anyway. Episode 5 with the dudes in Charisma and Gavilon.
We'll talk. The next one we'll talk geek talk. All right.
We We also do a movie podcast.
That should be like a subset. Dudes at ringside, geek talk,
Yeah, there you go.
or like a section of the show, like a little portion, little
Sorry,
segment.
Joe, you've been replaced. It's dudes at ringside, but geek
No, but now Joe has to come up with something.
Well,
Nah,
if it wasn't
Joe,
for Charisma, we would never get this cool inspiration to do the Lucha Day. You know what I mean? Like you guys both gave us the idea.
That's another luchador right there. We never mentioned.
Actually, we had
Kalisto.
not Kalisto. We had Lince Dorado on one of our shows recently.
Yeah.
He's super nice. Gosh, that was a hell of a match.
It really was.
That was a 3-way tag, right?
Yeah, 4-way.
It was a 4-way tag. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It was a lot of talented people in the
Oh
ring.
my gosh, we just a lot of, and there's oh gosh, 2 guys that are also up and coming who have amazing stories who are from Tijuana.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Lucha Solos.
Is that what their team is called? That's what they are as a team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
there's
Archangel
two,
Divino and
Ultimo
yes, Ultimo Maldito.
So it's these two guys that they're basically starting like literally wrestling in the streets.
In the
So,
streets of Tijuana.
Like you're driving down the street and then you stop at a light and then you see two dudes doing flips and lucha moves to each other while the light's red.
Like literally in the street, like giving each other, dragging each other out and giving each other moves.
And
oh man,
now they're finally getting like the opportunities to actually be in all these big shows. It's a really cool story.
They have a really good story and they are so talented. They are just incredibly talented. I don't know that they speak very much English either.
That I don't know.
That I'm not sure. I didn't get to talk to them much other than really introducing myself last time. But yeah, the world of Lucha Libre right now there's a lot of up and coming going on, and it's definitely, particularly California indie wrestling right now is starting to get a lot more rich with Lucha Libre, and fun to watch. Lots of fun to watch.
Definitely.
Bing! Is that time's up?
No.
Just
but
Joe.
Is that the timer?
Actually, if you guys want to wrap it up now, it's up to you guys.
Well, I will say we do have shoot jobs tomorrow.
Yes,
and we have training.
All right, so we want to thank you. We want to thank you guys so much for coming on our podcast. By the way, you guys are awesome. We should do it definitely again.
We're gonna do a part 5 next year. We got do reunion on Lucha Day next year. We could do a Lucha Day next year.
Well, remember last year y'all did something. We came on here and did something for my birthday.
Oh yeah. Next year's birthday. We'll do.
So you'll have to hit me up with what your calendar looks like in December.
I'll look it up. Yes, we'll look it up. See what it is.
Let's have another Lucha birthday party.
Yeah,
yes,
maybe we can celebrate whoever the world champion is at that time, because the day of my lovely wife's birthday is the same day that the finals of the Soccer World Cup is going to happen.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes, big soccer fan here.
Oh, soccer! I was about to say, I was like, we're gonna get a trophy from your promotion on our podcast in the background. What?
We're gonna have to. Actually, we gave our promoter a trophy last year because he was celebrating 25 years in the wrestling business. So actually, we know a guy. So don't hold your breath. Yeah, it is more like a plaque than a trophy, but.
We have to have him come with you for your birthday because we love to meet him because the owner of your promotion.
He always pops up in our chats though.
Oh my gosh! Yes, he does.
He does always pop up in our chats. That's true.
He's like, he made me laugh. He was like, yeah, that's my promotion.
he's like the busiest man alive, but somehow he always finds a way to keep an eye on all of us.
In our live chats, it's like anytime we have any of his wrestlers on, he's right there in our live chats.
He's like, we want you to promote us, and he's like, sponsor us. He's like, and I just sponsored you right there. Like, he put his name in the chat. I'm like, there it is.
There you go.
Right. There we
Can't
go.
promise anything.
Yeah,
because he's a busy man. But I'll see what I can do.
I get that.
Wait, one question though before we wrap it up. You guys, we said this before, but you guys have social medias, or you guys want to plug?
Yes.
Or,
yes, and they're very similar. So I'm new to the world of Twitter. I'm so like technologically inept when it comes to those things. But Facebook and Instagram are like my go-tos. And now Twitter, I'm getting better with that. All of it is at Karisma PWR. So that's Karisma with a K. Karisma PWR.
Yeah.
On everything.
And for me is Facebook and Instagram is at El Gavilan PWR.
No, there's no L.
There's no what?
No. It's just
I don't even know my own social media. That tells you how much I suck at it.
She's helping.
We're learning. We're
Oh,
learning.
yes.
No, I think it's just because I see it all the time because
Yeah, I'm pretty sure now it's at Gavilin PWR.
Yes.
I haven't posted much lately.
Yeah.
I took a little hiatus. I'm like literally just coming back.
Little lucha hiatus.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. It's fun.
Life happens,
Yeah.
and wrestling is
Demanding.
it is,
Oh.
but it's also as far as I'm concerned, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
So it's just some people it's their time, and some people it's not. Some people it will be. Some people it may never be. But wrestling is life at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we wouldn't have it any other way.
Definitely.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for having us.
No, thanks for coming back.
And happy Lucha Day.
Happy Lucha Day, everybody. Yeah.
And we will catch you guys in the next one.